There's a place in France that isn't entirely France. This is a region of storybook villages with German names pronounced in French. This is a place where sauerkraut and baguettes are served on the same table, and where vineyards of German grapes are pressed into French wine. A region where generations of grandchildren have been raised speaking a different language than their grandparents. But in America, there was a family raised with a German name, a name so German that it drew ridicule during the war. But unknown to my family for generations, our name is not from Germany, but from a place in France where our family still lives, called Alsace. Travel is a lifestyle, but sometimes it's hard to unplug from life back home. No matter where you are on your life's journey, if you travel aggressive, there's no limit to where you could go. So let me show you how. So surprise, our family's not from Germany, they're from France. And we're gonna go track them down in Alsace. So after a work week in Paris, my mom and sister are joining me on the train from Paris to Strasbourg. And lucky for us, the road to our family is on one of the finest wine routes in France. So we're pretty much going village hopping.
Yes.
The
Village hopping, we're wine hopping, right?
Well, we're village hopping and winery hopping. We'll flip-flop wineries, lunch, wineries, village hopping all the way down to Colmar. It's fruity and dry, but she said it's also very typical for the region, for Alsace. Starting out with Alsatian wines, all white ones here. I think there's only one red grape in Alsace. Merci. You want some bread? Wait a minute. The Alsatians go bonkers for white asparagus when it's white asparagus season, so...
They have like massive asparagus.
This one is a fondue. It's a Munster fondue, which coincidentally is where our long-lost family lives. Alsace doesn't really do cheese except for Munster cheese.
Very good. It's a mild cheese with a very distinctive taste. Very
So French lunch takes 2 hours, but you notice that the restaurants are all only open for 2 hours, noon to 2. So everybody shows up at noon, and the whole place clears out at 2.
Yep, and it's not several seatings. Everybody shows up, and you enjoy that table for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Then they close up. It's not fast food.
See, here's your major grape types of Alsace. Riesling, Pinot Gris, Gewürztraminer, Pinot Noir. Grab a few, try them out. Okay. Well, that's fun.
That was fun. One thing we didn't do correct is we swallowed. You're supposed to spit.
Also found out how these things work. They're not like Malibu wine tours where they cart you around in like a tractor and you just get like super drunk.
Yeah.
You ring the bell because you're just going to someone's home. If they're not currently in the vines, then they'll come in, let you taste their stuff with the idea that you're gonna buy a bottle. The prices were super dirt cheap too. $8 for a bottle of handmade wine.
A truly handmade. They're out there plucking leaves right now.
This town is called Requewihr, which is another French pronunciation of a German name. This is one of what are called les plus beaux villages de France, the prettiest villages in France. And this one I think is probably one of the prettiest villages in all of Alsace.
It's stunning. Little meringue pieces on top. This is a deep chocolate mousse. Creme brulee, of course.
That
Muffin
is
thing?
pain d'épices, Alsatian gingerbread.
As
Gingerbread?
soaked in booze.
Here's your little house.
Oh, it's so cute. It is a big.
How cool.
Back here on couch.
Come check this out. Dinner tonight, we're going to Weinstube, the traditional Alsatian restaurant.
I have to say, those Alsatian wines are very inexpensive.
They're pretty good, and I think they would go well with sauerkraut and pork.
They go good with everything, including breakfast, just saying. You know what this is? It's a ton of locals. That's pretty cool.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous in here.
Bonsoir. Plat d'Alsace. These are the Alsatian specialties. You notice too, it's French, German, and then English on the menu. And then the next one is the choucroute. That's the one that I want to get. This is like a whole head of cabbage. Bacon 2 ways, 2 sausages, ham.
See?
For dessert, I got a Alsatian specialty. It's called Eau de Vie d'Alsace. I think it's a fortified wine, or at least it's distilled from wine. It's just liquor. Breathe fire now. So it was about probably a year ago that we had no idea that we had French family members, let alone family heritage,
Or that we were French.
or that we were French. When a French cousin reached out to us just through his research, obviously found out that we were French. Through that connection, we were invited to lunch with his mother, who has the same family name. She still lives in the place where apparently all of the ancestors are from. But she's also invited 2 more cousins, we believe. All of them are planning to take us to kind of the ancestral village where all of these family members are from. So I don't know exactly what we're gonna see, and they all, I think, only speak French. So
good luck translating.
yeah. Bonjour. Nous sommes...
Oui, vous êtes où?
Nous sommes ici, chez toi.
En bas dans l'immeuble.
Ouais,
Ouvrir le port.
le porte s'est fermé.
Non, mais je vois pas. Je vais descendre.
Hello.
Quand je vois cette image, je ressens des choses immenses. J'entends, je sens les années qui dansent. Quand je vois cette image,
C'est
fin 80,
vraiment
une
différent
fête
de la
légende,
France.
et moi
Ouais.
tout petit qui court entre les Français. Quand je vois cette
Münster,
image,
hier,
moi, quand je vois cette
Henry
image,
Nietzsche in 16th
j'ai
century.
encore des frissons, des instants de coton,
Jacques, Jean-Jacques,
déambuler dans la main,
German boy,
courir parmi les
1941.
gens qui dansent.
45, I became French. I am Alsatian and then I am European and certain I am French.
Je ressens un blues dément, incapable de me demander de faire vraiment. Mais c'est mon carburant, l'amour, les erreurs et les hommages. Quand je vois cette image, moi, quand je vois cette image, faut pas les regarder trop. Elle respire ses photos. La nostalgie, c'est le risque. Des souvenirs qui reviennent. La nostalgie, c'est une liqueur triste. Mais ça vaut parfois la peine.
Ils ont gardé des cigognes dans des grandes cages en hiver
Ah,
pour qu'ils ne partent pas en Afrique.
ah, ok, ok.
Et alors, après, ils ont fait des petits. Et
Ah.
maintenant, on n'avait plus de cigognes en Munster, plus rien du tout.
Ah,
Donc il y en avait en Alsace. Et de l'autre côté des Vosges, il n'y en a pas.
hmm.
Alors, pour les Français, la cigogne, c'était vraiment l'oiseau de l'Alsace.
Ah, ok.
Le symbole.
C'est un mascot, peut-être.
Oui, la mascotte.
C'est ça
Ah,
Il n'y en a pas là-bas. Elles suivent la vallée du Rhin.
ah.
Vraiment pas sûr du tout.
Yes.
Like I, an old guy, 28. Happiness. C'est à peu près ça que ça veut dire. On le partage.
It is pretty cool to do a trip with that means something more than just like visiting it, you know?
Yeah. To look at the heritage now, but just to immerse myself more and just like this painting guy, this confuses me because I've been drawn to it way in the past.
What's kind of weird is that like on previous trips, like Norway trip or something, I knew what the foods were because we grew up with them, you know, because we made Norwegian foods as kids. And I knew some of the phrases and like the traditional things, but like I didn't know like anything about Alsace, like at all.
It's like we just
know,
scratched the surface and
well,
we need to
it's
learn
like-
more.
Like an identity thing of like, okay, I guess this is what I am. Merci beaucoup. But it's like Alsace, it's such a strong and unique culture, and like, yes, French, but distinctively not French. It's a little hard to figure it out, and then also to assume that that's part of your like cultural identity, you know?
J'ai oublié de vivre.
But maybe Richard said it best. We're not German, we're not French, we are Alsatian. And very proud to be Alsatian in their own language and their own food.
Yep.
J'ai oublié de vivre. J'ai oublié de vivre. J'ai oublié de vivre. De vivre. Quand j'étais plus jeune, je suis venu en France pour apprendre français. J'ai appris comme un enfant comment parler, comment manger et comment vivre à la française. J'ai vécu dans le château de Alsace et j'ai couru dans les vignes et j'ai appris comment déguster du vin français. Et j'ai développé une appréciation pour la langue et la culture française. Mais dans mon voyage en France, je n'ai eu jamais une connexion personnelle à la France. Ce voyage, c'était la première fois que je suis venu en France sachant que j'étais français. Ou, à moins, Alsacien.
Avec la conjugation, avec les féminins masculins,
ça,
mais ma français c'est assez...
Oui, mais on comprend bien.
On se comprend.
merci, mais c'est assez rudimentaire.